I've been using this portable air compressor by Airmoto all summer, and it has been so convenient for my kids' beach toys. I cannot tell you how much easier it has made going to the beach, whether it be a beach ball, an inflatable, a big tube, something like that. This just makes it so much easier. Comes with a couple pieces. Here is your USB-C charging cable, your tire attachment, your nozzle attachment, and then your ball attachment, as well as the hose. Super easy to set up. All you're gonna do is screw the hose into the red port. I like that it comes out because it makes it super convenient for storage and just makes it a little less bulky if you're putting it in a backpack, a purse, anything like that. But it's really not bulky at all, and I love that they give you a carrying case that just holds everything. It also has a light on there, which is nice. It's super easy to use. You hold it for 3 seconds to turn it on. It turns on, and then there's different modes that you can switch in between. So there's the car mode, inflatable mode, bike tire mode, ball mode, and then personal mode. Now, if you're in the personal mode, you can max this thing out, which is 120 PSI, which is really good for a small machine. You're gonna be able to do basically anything you want. What's also awesome with this is that you have the hose, and then you just press the deflate button on the side, and you're able to hook it up to your inflatables at the beach and deflate them or whatever you might need to do. So that's a really great feature that this has. The battery lasts forever. Like I said, I've taken it to the beach several times. I've charged it once and it wasn't even dead. It was still at like 55%, but I'm just like that, I get panicky. So I've probably blown up a larger raft and deflated it 5 or 6 times, and that was when it got down to like 55%. So based on the user manual, there are in the different modes, it's got different top PSIs that you can get to. So like if you're in the car mode, the top PSI you can get to is 65. This is to protect whatever it is that you might be blowing up. So if you're blowing up a bike tire, that also has a different PSI so that you can protect your bike tires and make sure you don't put too much air in. And then the top PSI for a ball is 8, making sure that you don't pop your ball or anything like that. So I like that it has some built-in safety features, especially if you're somebody like me who's like not mechanical. I don't really understand what I'm doing. It is so much easier to just put it in the mode and let it go and know that your thing is gonna blow up and do it well. Let's go test it out. I wanted to take you through the modes. So it automatically turns off after 3 minutes of not using it. So it's nice that even if you leave it on, it's not going to drain your battery. Press and hold the center button for 3 seconds to turn it on. And then you have your different modes, and you can siphon in between your modes. This is car, just by pushing this bottom button once. Got car, motorcycle, bicycle, basketball, and then personal. And with personal, you can go up to 120 PSI, so it's nice, and it kind of protects you in whatever mode you are in. If you are in ball mode, then you can only go up to 8 PSI, and tire mode, I think you can only go up to 60 or 65 PSI. So it's nice that it has some built-in protection for people like me who have no clue what they're doing. But it has been so nice to take with me and travel, because I hate having to stop at a gas station. Air isn't always free. It's not always accessible. It's super easy to store in the carrying case that it came with, and all you have to do is unhook the hose right here, push it into this hole, and then that becomes your, push it into this hole, and then that becomes your hose storage while it's in your bag, keeps it nice and protected. And then when you need to use it, you just pull it out and attach it. It also has an LED light up here, and you can turn that on just by long pressing the U button, and that turns on, gives you a nice decent amount of light. So it's a really nice thing to have in your car to keep for an emergency. Go ahead and press and hold that U button to turn the light off as well. I'm trying to get you a little bit closer. There you go. You have the U, which switches in between the different units of measure up here, and then this button down here switches in between the different modes. So let's say you want to do a ball, but you don't want to do it in PSI, you want to do it in bar. I don't even know if that makes sense, because the only one that I know is PSI. But you can switch right here in different modes by switching in between PSA, bar, kPa, or kilogram per centimeter, and then all the way back to PSI. And you can do that in whatever mode you are in. So especially if you're in personal mode and then you want to get it to different metrics. Let's say I want the car and I want it the PSI, and then I need to adjust my PSI to 32. All you have to do is touch the button over here that's negative, get it to 32, attach your hose, and then all you're going to do is press the center button once and it's going to kick on. I'm going to go ahead and let you hear the volume of it. but it fits the size of my hand. So it's about 6 inches long, relatively small, slim, easy to work with, easy to handle. And I just love having it in my vehicle in case something happens. It's really great to take on camping trips for air mattresses and everything else like that. A great little handy tool, does a great job. I love that when I plug it into my tires, I know I'm not overfilling because it's automatically going to stop at 32 PSI or whatever you've set it to. So it is just a great little handy tool.